It's almost 6 o'clock, so we'll get things started here in just a few minutes. If you are interested in bidding tonight, please make sure you stop back at the registration table and get a number. Otherwise, grab something to eat, and we'll get things started here right at 6 o'clock. It is 6 o'clock, so we're going to get things started here. I want to welcome you guys to tonight's auction brought to you by Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Tonight we're offering 200 plus or minus acres here in Wood County, Perry Township. We have two tracts of approximately 120 acres and 80 acres, totaling 200 acres. I'm going to introduce my staff and myself. I'm Devin Dye, broker, owner, auctioneer here at Dye Real Estate and Land Company. To my right is Levi Hoy. He's running our computer system. To my left is Matt Bowers. He's an auctioneer and realtor with our company. And also here on my right is Mike Reindl. He's one of our auctioneers and real estate agents as well. Jaylene and Jessica checked you in here at the registration table, and Nick's running around taking photos and runs our online live stream. So that's our staff here at Dye Real Estate that's going to be serving you tonight. They'll be helping you. Mike and Matt will be helping you place your bids. If you have any questions during the live auction format, you can just grab one of them. They'll come over and help you out. I'm going to go through terms and conditions here. If you registered, the girls gave you a bidder packet. This has all the terms and conditions of tonight's sale. You can go through this with me. There are a few little additions and changes here that I'll go over, so if you have a pen handy, I'll get to those. First is the sales method. The property will be offered in two tracts, individually, then in combination. There will be open bidding on the individual tracts, then proceeding to the multi-parcel bidding format. Bidders will be able to combine any tract at any time during this part of the auction. Bidders will be able to increase their bids on any tract or combination at any time until the auctioneer announces the tracts are sold. Down payment. 10% down payment is due on the day of the auction. The down payment must be by personal check, business check, or cashier's check. Bidders must have their financing arranged prior to the auction. No bids are conditional upon financing. All absentee and phone bidders must register with Dye Real Estate and Land Company prior to the auction. Anyone bidding on behalf of an absentee bidder will be equally responsible for the bid and required to enter into a contract to purchase at the end of the auction. Any dispute that arises between or among bidders, the decision of the auctioneer shall be final and absolute. No person shall engage in bid rigging. This is an Ohio Revised Code. As used in this section, bid rigging means a conspiracy between auctioneers, any participants in an auction, or any other persons who agree not to bid against each other at an auction or otherwise conspire to decrease or increase the number or amounts of bids offered at auction. All online bidders must be registered prior to the day of the auction. We do have some online bidders that are registered for tonight's sale, so you may see some of those pop up. You may not. That depends on them. The technology disclaimer is for online bidders only. I'm not going to read that. Property inspection. Potential purchasers are responsible for conducting their own inspections of the property, and any due diligence, inquiries, and inspections will be conducted at their own risk. The seller and real estate company disclaims any and all responsibilities for bidders' safety during any physical inspections of the property. Lead-based paint form. Since there is a home located on tract number 1, if you are the buyer of the combination or tract number 1 individually, you'll be required to sign a lead-based paint form pertaining to the permanent structures located on the property. Any and all successful bidders will be required to enter into a purchase agreement with the seller immediately following the sale. Seller may be signing the contracts electronically. All final bids are subject to seller's confirmation. This offer will remain irrevocable and available to the seller for 5 business days after delivery of this offer to the seller's, its counsel, or agent. Evidence of title. Dye Real Estate and Land Company will provide a preliminary title opinion, certificate, or report to be made available upon request to prospective bidders for review prior to bidding. The certificate is given for the protection of Dye Real Estate and Land Company only. No other person or entity may rely on the opinion expressed herein, nor is any liability assumed by this certification except to. This is important. An owner's title insurance policy will be provided to the buyer at closing, paid for on behalf of the buyer. So you, as the buyer tonight, will receive an owner's title insurance policy at no expense to yourself. The closing will be conducted by Benchmark Title Services. We'll work with you to do mobile closing on that. You don't have to go to Delphus. That's just where they're located. But if you have any questions about that after the auction, please reach out. The balance of the purchase price is due at closing, which will take place within 45 days after the auction. In the event the buyer fails to close and pay their balance when due, seller reserves all rights allowed by law, including a suit for damages, specific performance, or cancellation of sale with the seller to retain the earnest money deposit. Any action taken after default shall be solely at the seller's option, with all costs incurred by the seller being paid by the buyer. Possession. Possession of the tillable acreage. This does not say this in here. This is where your pen is handy. Possession on the tillable acres is post-crop harvest. That's already been done. You give us a successful deposit tonight and you want to do some fall tillage and get ready for next spring, you can go ahead and do that as long as we have your deposit cash and we're good there. On the buildings, possession of the buildings is at closing. Closing's 45 days from today. You do not get possession of any of the buildings until closing. Possession of the farm ground, as long as we have your earnest deposit, can be done immediately upon successful deposit. So, all taxes and assessments shall be prorated to the day of the closing. In prorating taxes and assessments, the most current available tax information shall be used. This property is currently in CAUV. If the purchaser removes the property from CAUV, the purchaser will be responsible for the payment of any CAUV tax recoupment. New taxes may be established due to the creation of new parcels. All dimensions, proposed boundaries, and track acreages are approximate and are based on aerial photos and auditor information. Final surveyed acres are subject to change by the closing of the sale. All final prices will be established by multiplying the per acre price by the new surveyed acreage. The sale will include 100% of the mineral rights, if any, owned by the seller. This property does have CRP on it. I'll go over that here in just a minute. The premises is currently subject to a USDA Conservation Reserve Program. or other state and federal contract affecting the continued use and management of the premises. Buyer acknowledges the existence of the state and federal contract related to the use and management of this premise and agrees to accept any future contract payment and to adhere to the terms and contract for the remainder of the contract terms to indemnify and save harmless the seller and Dye Real Estate and Land Company from any liability for breach of the contract. Track number 1, I'm going to step down here. You can see back on the board, we have the FSA information up here. On track number 1, there is CRP along this side of the waterway, right here. That is a total of 0.89 acres. It's paying $165 an acre. It ends in 2033. That's just a 0.89 acres on the west side of this waterway, just up there at the north end. On track number 2, there's some CRP acreage along here, along the waterway, and on the east side of the waterway there. So that totals 2.2 total acres, also $165 an acre, and ends in 2023 as well. 2033. Good catch. Not 2 years ago. 2033. Survey. The seller will provide a new survey and legal description. That's in your bidder packet. We'll go over that here in just a second. Disclaimer: in absence of warranties, all information contained in this brochure and related materials are subject to the terms and conditions in the purchase agreement. The properties are being sold as is, where is, with no warranty or representation either expressed or implied concerning the property is made by the seller or Dye Real Estate and Land Company. All sketches and dimensions in this brochure are approximate. Each potential bidder is responsible for conducting his or her own independent inspections, investigations, inquiries, and due diligence concerning the property. The information contained in this brochure is subject to verification by all parties relying on it. No liability for its accuracy, errors, or omissions is assumed by the seller or Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Any announcements made the day of the auction take precedence over printed material. The above terms and conditions are an attachment to the real estate purchase agreement. That is all for the terms and conditions. Track number 1. If you want to flip over, we have the information for each track here. Track number 1 consists of 120 plus or minus acres in section 22 and 22 in Perry Township. Has an NCCPI of 67.7, mainly Hoytville. The majority of this farm is Hoytville. There's some Mermill and Napanee and Signet and Alveda. It's all right in there, the soil types. Track number 2 is 80 acres plus or minus. Has also an NCCPI of 67.84, consisting of Mermill, Hoytville, Haskins soil. The base acres. There's a 43.4 wheat base with a PLC yield of 68. 65.5 acres for a corn base with a PLC yield of 157, and soybeans there is 64.2 base acres with a PLC yield of 53. Flipping here, this is the survey acreage. We did have a new survey done on this. Track number 1 is exactly 120.149, and track number 2 is 80.475. You can see that right there in your bidder packet. Consumer Guide to Agency Relationship, agency disclosure statement, which states that I and Dye Real Estate and Land Company solely represent the seller. And then here's a copy of the purchase agreement. The only thing missing in here is what tracks you're buying, how much you're paying for it, and who you are. So that is a example of the contract that you'll be signing if you are the successful bidder tonight. And then back here is the lead-based paint form that the seller has pre-filled out that you will be signing. Unless there's any questions, we will be selling tonight's sale on the whole dollar, not per acre price. This is on the whole dollar amount. So make sure you have those acreages handy. You wrote them down, 120 point. They're on your survey there. Sorry, I don't remember that off the top of my head. 120.149 for track 1 and 80.475 for track 2. Combination of that, obviously, you guys know this. 200.624 is the combination acreage there. So we'll go through this and do track number 1, then we'll do track 2, then we'll offer them up as a combination. You guys ready? Mike, yes, Matt, sir. Ready to go? Yes, sir. All right, folks, auction's on. Track number 1, somebody give me $1.5 million. Give $1.5 million here now, $1.5 million. But give $1.5 million. Nutter down here now, $1.5 million. Give $1.4 million. Give $1.4 million here now, 4. Would give 4, now 4, now 4. $1.3 million. Give $1.3 million and start me. $1.3 million here now, $1.3 million. Would give $1.3 million. $1.2 million. Give $1.2 million. $1.2 million here now, $1.2 million. Would give $1.2 million. Nutter down here now, $1.2 million. Give $1.2 million. Track number 120 acres, $1.2 million, 10,000. Give $1.2 million. Give $1.2 million here now, $1.2 million. Would give $1.2 million. Give $1.1 million. Give me $1.1 million. Give $1.1 million here now, able to buy now, $1.1 million. Give $1.1 million, a 100,000 nutter down here now, $1.1 million. Give $1.1 million. Give $1 million. Somebody start me. Give $1 million. Give one. I got $1 million. $1.025 million. Million's on. Give $1.025 million. $1 million here now, 25. To give $1.025 million. I'm at $1 million here now, 25. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million now, 50. $1.025 million's on. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million here now, 50. No 50. No 50. No 50,000 here now, $1.050 million. I'm at $1.025 million. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million's on. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million here now, 50,000 nutter down here now, $1.050 million. $1.025 million I have. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million's on. Give 50,000 nutter down here now, $1.050 million. $1.050 million comes out to $87.39 an acre on this. I got $1.025 million. Give $1.050 million. $1.025 million's on. Give $1.050 million here now, able to buy now, $1.050 million. $1.025 million on now, 50 nutter down here now, able to buy now, $1.050 million. All right, hold the bid your way, Matt. Bidder number is 234. Bidder number 234. I'm at $1.025 million. All right, moving on to track number 2. Track number 2 is a total of 80.475 acres. Start me out at $1 million on it. Give $1 million. 900,000. Get 9, now 9, now 900 utter down here. Now 9 would give 9, now 9, now 900,000 utter down here. Give 8 and run. Give 800 here. Now 8 would give 8, now 8, now 800,000 utter down here. Now 8. Give me 800. That's 99.40 an acre. 800,000 here. Now 7.5. It'll give 750. Give me 750. I got 750. Now 775. 750's on now. 775. 775. Give 800,000. 775. 800. 825. It'll give 825. 800. 825, 8.5, it'll give 850. 825's on now, 50 here, now 75. Mike, your turn. 875, 900,000. Give 9, now 9, now 900 utter down here, now 9. But I'm at 875, give 900,000 utter down here, now 9. 875's on, give 900,000. Matt, your turn. 875 here, now 9, now 9, now 900,000 utter down here, now 925. Give 925, now 9.5, it'll give 950. 925's on now, 50,000 utter down here, now 9.5, it'll give 950. Bid 925. Give, he wants to. Give 950. 925. Give 50,000 utter down here. Now 9.5. It'll give 950. Bid 925. Give 950. 925's on here. Now 50,000 utter down here. Now 9.5. It'll give 950. Hold the bid your way. 925. Buyer number is 231. I got 1,950,000 on the individual tracks. That's a total of $97.50 an acre. So track number 1, we're at $1,025,000 at $85.41. Track number 2, we're at $925,000. I got $1,950,000. Somebody give me $2 million for the whole. I got $1,950,000. Somebody give $2 million. $1,950,000, get $2 million. Get 2, now 2, now $2 million down here, now 2. Would give 2, now 2, now $2 million down here, now 2. $1,950,000, give $2 million. I'm bid $1,950,000. Somebody give me $2 million. I got 2. Give me 2.1. 2 million's on, give me 2,100,000 down here, now 2, 1, would give 2, 1, now 2, would give 2, 2, now 2, 3, 2 2's on, now 2, 3, would give 2,300,000 down here, now 3, I'm bid 2,200,000, give me 2, 3. 2 2's on, give 2 3, would give 2 3. I'm bid 2,200,000 here, now 300,000 down here, now 2,300,000. I got 2 3, give 2 4, 2 4, now 5. It'll give 2,500,000 down here, down 2.5. It'll give 2,500,000 down here, now 2.5. It'll give 2.5. 2 4's on, 2 5, 2 6, 2 7, give 2,700,000. 2,006,000 is on, give 2 7. 2 6 is on, now 700,000 down here, now 7. I'm bidding at 2,600,000, give 2,007,000. 2 6 is on, now 700,000 down here, now 8. Would give 2 8, 2,800,000 here, now would give 2 8. 2 7's on, 2 9, give 2,900,000. 2 8's on, give 2 9. I'm bidding at 2,800,000 here, now 9. Would give 9, now 9, now 800,000 down here, now 9.
I got 2 9.
You got 2 9?
Yeah, way in the back.
All right, give me 3. 2 9's on, give 3 million. I'm at $2.9 million here, give 3 million. 2 9's on, give 3, now $3 million down here, now 3. 3 1, 3 million here, now 1, would give 1, now 1, now $100,000 down here, now 2, give 3 2. 3 1's on, give 3 2, now 2, now $200,000 down here, now 3 2. I'm at 3,100,000, give 3,002,000. 3 million one's on, now 200 down here, now 2, would give 2, now 2, now $200 down. How about 3,000,000, 1.5? 150. 150,000. 3,000,000, 1.5. It'll give 150 here, now able to buy, now 150, now 2. Give me 3 2. 150's on, now 2, now 2, now $200,000 down here, now 2. Bid him at 3,150,000 here, now 2. I got 150,000, 3,150,000, give 3 2. 3,150,000's on, give 2, now 2, now $200,000 down here, now 2. All right, we're going to take a break for a second. 3,150,000. Buyer number is? Okay. Think about it for a minute. We're at 3,150,000. I'm going to take a few seconds and step out and have a conversation with the sellers, and I will be back. All right, we do have seller's confirmation. This is an absolute auction now. If you're the last person with your hand in the air, you're going to buy a farm tonight. We have a question about what it takes to get back in the lead. So we're going to answer that question on an individual track. If you're interested in individual tracks, the individual tracks are behind 1,210,000. So a lot. You're going to have to make that up. You don't have to take it all on your own track if you don't want to, but you can increase a bid on one of the individual tracks. But right now, second place on track 1, it takes 2,235,000 if you want to break it out on its own. And track 2 takes 2,135,000 if you want to break that out on its own. You can increase your bid on that. But we're going to go back to the combination of tracks 1 and 2. We have 3,150,000. Folks, this is a really good farm. You know that. You're bidding accordingly. Somebody give me 3.2 million. I got 3,150,000 on tracks 1 and 2 as a combination. 3.2. I got it. 3,200,000, give me 3,250,000. 3,200,000 in, give 2.5. 200,000 here now, 250. I'm bidding at 3,200,000 here now, $50 down here now. Able to buy now, 3,250,000 is what I need. I got 3,200,000 on the combination of tracks 1 and 2. We are at 3,200,000, which is $16,000 an acre. 3,250,000 is what I need. 3,200,000's on, give me 2.5. 3,200,000 here now, 2.5, it'll give 250. 3,200,000 here now, $50 down here now, able to buy now, 250. All right, we are going to put a 2-minute stop clock up on the board. Mike, I need that bidder number. We're going to place that bid on 3,200,000. 231. All right, we're going to put a 2-minute stop clock up on the board. If nobody places a bid on any track in combination or individual at the end of that 2-minute stop clock, Levi, go ahead and run that. We will declare the farm sold. I want to thank everyone for coming out. What do you got? Oh, okay. All right, stop the clock. Just place it. Track number 1, we got a bid on the phone of $1,550,000. So it takes $1,650,000. Yeah, $1,660,000. Got about 1:10 left. To break it out of the, to lead, it takes 2,285,000 on track 1 alone. You can increase the bid on that. and see if somebody on track number 2 wants to increase the bid on the 80 acres. Right now, the high bid is $1,550,000. Give me $1,600,000 on track 2. I got it. $1,600,000. Track 1. Track 1. Give me $1,650,000. We're going to auction this off. I got $1,600,000 here. I need $1,650,000. I'm on track 1. I'll come right back to you if I get this bid. I'm at $1,600,000. Give me $1,650,000. Yes or no? Gotta go. $1,650,000. He's done. You're still not in the lead. You increase the bid on track 1, you're reducing the amount that it takes for track 2 to get back in the lead. That's what you're doing. So, still, we need somebody on the 80 acres that wants to increase. Does anybody want to pay $1 million for track 2, the 80 acres? Increase that bid. Right now, it takes $1,610,000. If you want to place that bid, you'll break up the combination. Start the clock. Why we're so far behind in second place on the individual tracks is they started out low and we got 2 people that wanted to buy the track as a combination pretty quick. Right now the combination's still in the lead. Yes, sir. Okay. $1,800,000. Now watch. On track number 1, it'll go to $1,800,000. Now it takes $1,410,000 on track 2. Now I need a calculator. $1,410,000. You guys probably already did this. That's $17,625 on track 2. Track 1, they're helping you out. If you're here to buy track number 2, the 80 acres, it's your turn to bid. Start the clock. Yep. If you're here to buy it on the whole, give me $3,225,000. $225,000. That's still within the rules. About a minute left. $30 seconds. Thanks again for coming out. Folks, we got another auction here.
Raise 1 to 2 million.
Stop it. Buyer 235. Raise track number 1 to 2 million. That's going to change what it takes on track number 2 to $1,210,000. I can say numbers fast, but I can't add them fast. That's $15,125 on the 80 acres. You place that bid, you will be back in the lead as individual tracks. If somebody here wants to give $1,210,000 on track number 2, the 80 acres, you'll be in the lead. Start the clock. Got 2 minutes. track number 1, he has come to 16,666.67 an acre at $2 million. And track number 2, it takes 15,1. You're the accountant. 15,125. There you go. Yes, it is. Yes, that is not a ditch, that's a lane. Yes. The ditch is where we put the track 1 and 2 split. That is on the ditch there. Track number 2, 80 acres. 15,125 is what it takes. Got a minute left. Or you can place a bid on the hole. We're at 3.2 million. Give me 3,225,000. I can't. They're trying, that's right. We appreciate what you're doing. We know what you're doing. We're trying to get somebody to bid on track number 2. We're at $1,170,000 is what it takes. That is 14,625 an acre. Tonight it looks like a bargain. You're going $1,210,000? You're going to break me down there, aren't you? 3,210,000. He read the rule book. It's over there on the board. The minimum bid I can take is 10,000. I need 3,220,000. Yes. 3,230,000. 3,220,000 I have. I need 3,230,000. I got 3,220,000 on the hole, which is 16.1 an acre. It just kind of changed our game we had going on in the middle of the room. Start that clock. $3,230,000 is what I got to have. 3,230,000. That's a $10,000 bid increment. That's my minimum I'll take. Minute 15's left. Right center field here. Mike. Yep. We like 40 seconds, 45. 40 seconds left. Winning bid is $3,220,000. We have a few auctions coming up here. One in Seneca County next Thursday. That's a good farm. Hopewell Loudon School District. All of our information's on the back. Equipment auction coming up here in December. 20 seconds, folks. Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate you bidding. We want to say thank you to the family for allowing us to represent them in tonight's sale. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sold the farm. $3,220,000, 16.1 an acre. Thank you for coming out. If you are the successful bidder, please stick around. We have to sign a contract with you. If you would like any information on any of our upcoming sales or current listings, please refer back to the table in the back. We have all the information sitting back there for you. If you're interested in talking to us about potentially selling a property that you own, please reach out to me or one of my people running around here, we'll definitely have a conversation with you about that.